Hello, welcome. This is the tactical board. This one I've been saying that we're going to do this one for a while. This one is to find a way out Tottenham can break teams down, and it's like I've been looking at Tottenham, seeing what the struggles are, and I'm just thinking out of the box really on how ways Tottenham can break teams down. Um, I'm not saying I'm a coach or I got a badge or whatever, but I know a lot about football, and I don't think this is you don't take a rocket science to know what the problem is with Tottenham. So let's go straight to the board. Tottenham playing a 4-4-3 formation. Gonna go to a board. The board is set up in a way whereby Tottenham what do you call it? Tottenham are attacking on this board. So the board is set up in a area by the attacking. Let's go straight to the board. Make sure you subscribe, like, share all that kind of good stuff. And let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into share the board. See if you can see the board. That's the board there on the right hand side. So this is how Tottenham normally when they attack teams. This is the formation that they are facing right now when they do attack teams. This is how the board is set. Or when Tottenham are attacking, you can see Sonny will be playing on wide there. He'll be wide. Kulu will be on on the right hand side. Um, what's his name? Poro will be inverting, and also Udoji. If Udoji is playing, then Udoji will be inverting or maybe going wide. So Udoji's run will be through there, inverting sometimes, or he'll be going wide to give Sonny support. The same thing applies to Poro. He'll be inverting there like that and making runs like that, and then his secondary runs will be to go and support uh Kulusevski on the right. And this is how we normally are when we are with the ball with Van der Ven and what's his name, Romero sitting there at the back to cover anything in behind in these spaces there. And that's the way we are in most of our attacking formations. And what normally what's been happening is the teams they've come to Tottenham now. They're letting us invert, but they're tucking in into these central areas. You can see the bodies in this central. They're tucking in there, and they're making Tottenham go wide. Most of the time, but always. I think the problem with Tottenham, we always want to play through. Sorry, let me get rid of that. We always want to play through this middle area. That's where we want to play through this middle area. But this is how teams normally set up against us. You can see there's no spaces to go. The only option is for you to go wide this way. And then when your when your wing backs are tucking in there to invert, you can see what the problem is. You can see where the problem is there. That you can see that the problem is just you got Sonny just on the right there, and then you got Kulu there, and then you got Sonny. See number 9, see where our number 9 is, which listen, you can see the players around him. He's got two centre backs to cope with. um Madison sometimes gets into this area, and Bentancur, Sa, they always get into this area as well. But see, just if you see out that area, there's just too many players in that central areas, and that's why we are struggling to create. And I think in the last game against Chelsea, the manager was shouting, pass forward," which is easier said than done. But if you have bodies around you in midfield, sometimes your instinct is you don't want them to cut the pass out, because that means you're going to be done in transition. So your instinct is to go wide. So what I think Tottenham could do in the meantime, when right now, is you know when they have the ball, when they are on the offensive and they are pushing teams back, and the teams are moving backwards, whereby the teams are like basically camped at the edge of the box like this. I think the best thing is to walk the ball wide every single time. Find Poro. Poro looks for Kulusevski there. Walk the ball wide, and then Kulu has to get to the line. I think that's the key thing for me. I think Kulu has to get to the line somewhere around there. He has to take that ball and go down there with the ball to this kind of areas, which will automatically push the defenders backwards because they will go backwards. They will go backwards and try and defend at the end of their box. And, for me, the best thing is when you push them there, the next thing you are looking to do, ideally, the training and the shapes, everything they do in training is to cut the ball, to put the ball in this area. That's what you do in training. If it's sunny on the other side, you put the ball. If it's sunny on the other side, you put the ball in this area, and that's what the defenders are expecting. So they will be there. They will be there to cut it out. But I'll just say occasionally, once or twice, just drop that ball in this area. Serious. Drop that ball into that area or put it into these areas. Drop that ball into that area for your number 9 or your number 10 or even your number 8 to come and pick it up from here. And when they get onto that ball there, for me, when they get onto that ball there, don't even look to pass. Just take a shot at goal. Take a shot at goal and see what happens. And I think that's what we need to do. Occasionally, anytime we go wide, drop the ball into these positions. We can alternate it. Once in a while, drop it in there. Once in a while, drop it here. I think every single time we're trying to put the ball into these areas for our wingers to get on the end of it. If it's on the left, for Kudu to get on the end of it, or Johnson, if it's on the right, for Son to come on the end of it. And I think maybe that's something that we should look into when we're doing. Drop that ball to the edge of this area here. Just drop the ball into this area for Madison or Sa or whoever comes into that area to get on the end of it and get onto it. That's what we need to do. When the teams sit back, we should cut it to the edge of the box and somebody should come to the end of it and just smash it. Because sometimes I see teams dropping. I remember against Arsenal, they dropped to the edge of the box whereby they were basically standing on top of their keeper like this. It was so deep, whereby you have all that space in there to take a shot. That shot could take a deflection, and that shot could create a lot of chances or a lot of scenarios. And when you start changing it up, whereby you put it in there and then you cut it back, the defenders don't know what to do. They don't know, are you going to cut it back? Are you going to put it? But Kulu and Sonny, they gotta go wide and they gotta get that crosses in. They can't. If they come back on their left hand side as well, they can drop it to the edge of the box, and then maybe somebody coming in on the end of it can take a shot, or maybe just whip it to the far post. They just gotta be creative. They have to find a way to create, and that's one of the ways we can break teams down. Another way we can break teams down, which I think we've not been doing, which I think we have to go back to. If I just move the Tottenham players back a little bit, move the Tottenham players back a little bit like this. Let's move them back a little bit. Like Kulu is there, Madison is there, and he's there. He's there. The team we're playing are set up like this, like in their normal formation, whereby they are not tucking in. We have the ball at the back here with Romero on the ball, and then they are like dropping to these areas of the pitch. They got their right back there, got their center back there. They got the three at the back. They got the three in midfield, and they're set up like this. Um, Another thing we can do is, I believe we should do, which we don't do often, is to is to is to go long. I see that so many times wherever Sonny is there, these four at the back is there. They look like in a nice shape there. And their number nine is going to press, and they're like somewhere like here. The center backs and the back four are like there. You know, I think we need to be doing that a lot, especially when it's not a low block per se. Uh, when it's not a low block per se, I think that's what we need to do. We need to try and just vary up a bit. Vary up a bit. There's a big spacing behind here, though it's close to the keeper. But you gotta try that. I know, you gotta try that and just create a lot of doubt in between of the midfielders and the defenders. So it's a case of you can go long and the Sonny can make that run into out like this. Sonny can do that, and then you can just drop that ball in there for him. I think that's something we should try and do so many times. So many times that we stop doing that, we don't go long. I know maybe the manager comes from the manager. We don't go long. That's another way we can definitely, get teams to to think twice, because every single time it seems to be, just trying to play ourselves out from the back. Uh, we are always looking to create 2v1 all over the park in these areas when teams are coming out to press. But two teams we've played, most teams they've sussed us out now, and they're just defending really deep. And I think maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to change. We need to change the way we are playing. We need to change the way we are building our play. When the team sets up like this, we need to go long for me. We need to go long. When we do build from the back with Bisuma, um, Bisuma, he needs to go back to what he was doing. I don't even care if he loses the ball now. He needs to go back to where he was doing, whereby when players come up to press him, he needs to find a way to go past them. Sometimes he gets the ball in between two players like this, and then this is you're thinking just play forward there. That was the man. I think that was what the manager was shouting about the other day. Like, when you get in there, just play forward into there for him to get on top of it. Play forward first time. He gets it in this place, and then sometimes he when he gets it there, he either goes sideways that way, or he goes sideways this way. You know, he goes um it goes sideways this way. No, let me change that. It goes sideways this way. Instead of this is where you're looking for. This is the pass that you are looking for. And I know it's all about a trap. You're setting a trap. You want them to jump. You want them to jump out of their press to the shape, so you can beat the press. They can beat the press and then get into this area. These two will come up thinking they're going to win the ball, and then he will come into this middle and Madison as well, and then we are off. But sometimes you just gotta play that ball for. I know it's risky, but I think we just gotta go back to being risky again. I think the players are being safe recently because of the form we are in, and yeah, I think that's another way we can beat this press and beat this and start creating chances again. Going into um going into next season until we get to, I think we need two new wingers for me. I think maybe one, but two would be ideal, just to give Kulu a lot of pressure, to put pressure on Kulu. And as well, I don't see 2v1s enough, man. I don't see Poro going wide this way when Kulu have the ball. Most of the time, Poro comes in. I think he needs to do that a lot more as well. And so also, whoever is playing left back, when Sonny gets the ball, we need to have that option whereby, they have that option on the other side. But you know, those are my take on how we can break teams down. But I think it just comes down to you can come up with all these formations and everything, all that. But I think it just comes down to players not having the confidence to play that ball in between the lines quickly, play into that area instead of going sideways. Or, I think that's what it comes down to. And I think the problem we're having is nobody is in form. Every single player is just out of form. They are all out of form completely. They are not scoring goals. Look at our goal difference against Villa plus 20, plus 21 to plus 13, 6 points behind Villa. There's no way we're winning. We are catching Villa. I don't know what fixtures they have, but this is the way I think Tottenham cause, could break their, could stop the pro, stop, could start creating stuff because it just looks like everything is just stale. We can't create anything at all, and it's worrying. But I believe in the manager. I think it's just a case of a team going through a bad spell, and they just have to play themselves out of it. So this is a tactical board on how Tottenham can do against whether they can break Liverpool down. Liverpool are going to be exactly the same. I think they're just going to set up the same, but it's going to be a lot more open because they are playing at home. But I think Tottenham just have to go back to what they were doing earlier on in the season and take a lot more risk. And the players out of form have to play themselves back into form. So yeah, so I think that's what the problem is, and I think hopefully Tottenham, those are ways I think they can start creating chances again, and I think it will come. Hopefully, it will come sooner than later. And this is just part of the problem that you go through when you're creating a new team and the team is getting used to the way the manager wants to play. I think all the outside noise is just rubbish about, sack the coach and all that kind of rubbish. It's just stupidity from fans. It's been found out. It's a league that is different from, yeah, it's still the same football that's been played, man. Trust me. So, yeah. So that's just my take really on how Tottenham can get over and break teams down really. So yeah. Thank you for watching. This is 6 Yard Box. This is Tactical Board. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you around. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it's a manager or the player thing. I think personally, just the players. They're not doing what they are supposed to be doing. I think they're just a little bit feeling sorry for themselves and they're not taking a risk anymore. And they're playing in a safe zone, isn't it? That's what I think. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Make sure you stay safe. God bless. I'll see you next time.